Hi, and welcome back to our Thai Life Chronicles. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different and just talk about some stuff. So, we just moved away from Pattaya after living down there for the last year, and there were definitely some things that we did not like about living in Pattaya, and so we're going to share those things with you today. So, let's get right to it. Traffic congestion, right? Traffic. There's just traffic everywhere, right? Traffic in Pattaya is a nightmare. The city's rapid development and popularity with tourists and expats just means that people are everywhere, right? Everywhere. Cars are everywhere. Motorbikes are everywhere. Taxis, songtails, tuk-tuks, everything. Every kind of transportation is just everywhere, all over the city. And one of the horrible things about it is you get a lot of expats and tourists that don't know how to drive cars or motorcycles or motorbikes, and yet they're on the road being horrible. You know, there's one guy that we know that he like wears it a badge of honor that he's been in 6 motorcycle accidents in his like year and a half that he's lived down in Pattaya. And it's like, no, brother, you maybe been in 6 motorcycle accidents because you don't know how to drive. The traffic in Pattaya is horrible. From where we lived on Pattaya Thai, Soy 20, for us to get over to Sukhumvit to like get around, right? It took us nearly 20 minutes, and it was only like 2.5 kilometers to go from our home to the main road. And it took us 20 minutes, a half an hour, but then, you know, we could get to our buddy's house out in Jamtiem, which was another 15 kilometers away, and that only took 10 more minutes after getting to Sukhumvit. So, like, traffic in Pattaya is just horrendous. Beaches. Pattaya, you know, it's a beach town. It's got a lot of beaches, but they're crowded. Pattaya's beaches are famous, but they are often overcrowded. It can be hard to find a spot that is able to just relax, right? If you don't want to rent a chair, or if you do want to rent a chair, sometimes they're all full, right? Especially during high season. I remember 2 times where we were trying to find a spot to sit down, and they were like, we're all full. And we went all the way from Central Festival all the way down to Walking Street, like, and the whole way was full, and they didn't have no spots to sit. So, you know, the beaches can be okay during low season if it's not raining. But during high season, they're crowded. They're really not that clean. The city doesn't really clean up that great, and then they're just so crowded. Like, so it kind of like defeats the purpose. If you're in Pattaya, you know, you have to head down to Jamtiem or even farther, not Jamtiem, to get to a decent beach that isn't crowded.
สนุกกันได้ใครยังไม่มีอาหารเครื่องดื่มเขามีบริการด้วยนะคะใช่แล้วนะคะเราก็จัดไปแล้วเต็มคาราเบลเต็มๆนะมีเพลงที่อยากฟังไหม
High cost of living. The cost of living in Pattaya is surprisingly high for Thailand. From housing to dining out, prices in Pattaya often match or even exceed those in Bangkok, and can be just as expensive as anything in the States. Not necessarily housing, but food easily can be as expensive as in the States. Your night entertainment can be just as expensive. Your beers at the bar or a nightclub can be just as expensive as drinks you're buying in the States. So, like Pattaya, it has all these things, right? It has a great expat community and has all kinds of restaurants from all over the world, but you're paying really high prices for those foods, right? And yeah, and that was definitely one of the things that we didn't like. Our budget, you know, was what it was in Bangkok, and then it ballooned in Pattaya, and like we didn't really party. We actually partied less in Pattaya than we did in Bangkok, and we spent more money living in Pattaya than we did in Bangkok. And now in Udon, we're spending half of what we spent in Pattaya, and now able to go back to Pattaya and party for a weekend every month, and it still be within the budget. So, you know, the cost of living is super high in Pattaya comparatively to the rest of Thailand. Everything is more expensive. Just literally everything is more expensive in Pattaya than you can find in the rest of the kingdom. Pollution is another major downside for living in Pattaya. The beaches are dirty. The streets are dirty. Sidewalks are dirty. The air was dirty. It's just different in Pattaya, right? It really is no different than being in Bangkok. Not quite as many people, but you know, the smog, the dirtiness of it is no different than Bangkok or any other major city. So now this one, right, can be a benefit to some, and some people don't like it. Sometimes we liked it, sometimes we didn't like it.
Yeah.
So the noise, right? The noise in Pattaya. Pattaya is known for its vibrant nightlife, right? Obviously. But noise levels can be overwhelming, especially if you live near the busy areas, right? So we lived literally
near.
off Soy Pacao. We were on Soy Pacao, right? A nightclub, a bar was 10 steps away from our front door.
Yes.
So we heard music until 4 o'clock in the morning. Every day for the entire year that we were down there.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it didn't bother us because we were moving down there to be near that. But for other people, I have spoke to other guys that are like, oh, I'm in this hotel and the stuff's going until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, well, where are you, man? Like, so noise level can be a thing, right? If you're on the dark side of town, obviously that's not an issue. But if you're in central Pattaya, almost everywhere in central Pattaya is going to be loud, you know, from sundown until sunup.
Yes.
So, but you know, that can, like I said, that can be a plus. It can be a minus, depending on if you want to be close to the nightlife. If you want it, if you are there for it, then it's a plus, because if you can hear it, it's time to party.
A noise from the club, bar, and the motorbike, and anything over there is make so loud before we want to relax and sleepy.
Yeah, living near the main road was challenging with that, right? Like I said, like it was nice that it was ease. Walk outside, the bus was there. Walk outside, bars are there.
Yes.
But at the same time, we didn't go out every night, and so some nights we wanted to just relax and
Sleepy.
and it was hard. While Pattaya has its fair share of challenges, it's still a city with a whole lot to offer. These were just a few of the things that we found difficult during our time there. If you're considering moving to Pattaya, it's important to be aware of these aspects. Thanks for watching, and if you like this episode, make sure that you check out one of these other ones. Also, like, subscribe, and comment so that you can see more of our life here in Thailand.
Yes.
We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.